How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews. Mystery beer, courtesy of my boy Corey. A little bit of foil wrapped. Hopeful goodness. Ooh, what do we got? Clear beer. We've got clear beer. I'm doing this mystery beer second. I wanted to do a little oated lager before this, so could be crushing my palate on this one because this looks like light beer. Tinfoil is a very cool thing. I don't think you need tape because it's a nightmare to get the tape. Anyway, beer-wise, I appreciate it. I'm not pooping on the mystery beers. It looks like it's clear beer. It looks light, but there's something about the coloration in this beer makes me think it might be a little bit bigger. Sure, it could just be somebody's kind of Vienna Helles lager, something along those lines. But we'll see. Just under a pinky finger, kind of almost khaki-colored head. So there it even makes me think there's a little bit of beef to it. And that soft little super snow globy kind of carbonation. Let's get nosed. I'm getting nothing. Honestly, sweetness. Almost like a Belgian triple kind of sweetness. It's not a Belgian triple. But the sweetness, the kind of sweetness I get from that, a sweeter kind of honey, I guess you'd say, maltiness. But it's like, it could be a corn thing or something like that, adjuncty thing. But it's a little bit of sweetness, and that's it. Done and done. Yeah. A little floralness. It's not my hand. A little floral, sweet honey. Again, it could be like a rice kind of corny kind of thing. Let's just dive in, see what we got. Cheers. Okay. It's gotta be. If this is not macro lager, it's somebody's craft version of macro lager. Only say that because it's super not offensive and super not aggressive across the board. There's nothing negative about this beer. There's a little bit of flabbiness and mouthfeel to it, so it makes me think it's probably maybe a craft brewery because that's something that their craft breweries are really. I mean, macro breweries are really going to knock out of it is that mouthfeel. So I think this is somebody's just American lager. Some craft breweries kind of version, their version of an American macro adjunct lager. That's what I think it is. It's got a bit of mouthfeel to it. That density, like I said, that you're not really going to get from macro beer. A little bit of sweetness in there. It's kind of very corn, kind of ricey, because it could be somebody's Mexican lager. That's what I'll go with. I'll go with somebody's 5.2% Mexican lager, but not macro. Because there is a touch of bittering there. I could see the bittering hitting that level for a macro brewery, but not that mouthfeel. That mouthfeel just can't. You just breathe that shit out of it. You make it as drinkable as possible, and this has that flabby mouthfeel you get when a lot of crap breweries try to do these kind of beers, because it is like they do a lot of it right. It's a tasty beer. There's nothing negative about it. Even that mouthfeel is not negative. It's just a little bit more denser than what you'd expect from a lager. I might flip the script right here. Is this a Kolsch? I think it's a Kolsch. I don't even think it's a lager. Yeah, there's something really, really fruity about the yeast in this. I'm gonna go with Kolsch. It's somebody's Kolsch. It's somebody's, again, 5.2% Kolsch. Yeah, that's it. So it's probably gonna be a lager. But I am going to stick with my Kolsch guns because I just don't really get like a lager yeast off of this thing. Now, it could be somebody trying to do a lager yeast. They just didn't. And this is where the mouthfeel would come into play here. Somebody trying to do a lager, but they just didn't regulate the temp right. So it ended up kind of taking off on them. And that could attribute to. So, who is this? What brewery is this? That could attribute to the mouthfeel. So, what's the Counterweight Brewing? Oh, I reviewed this beer. No, I didn't. It looks very... it's their fest beer. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. I thought I did. I was like, oh, I think I've had this. I think Steven gave me one of these, but... no, it's Counterweight Fest beer. So this is a 5.9%, so it's 0.7% off. Fest beer lager. Deep Golden Fest beer is patiently lagered and brewed with German Pilsner, Vienna, and Munich malts to provide layered malt character. That kind of makes sense. It's a little bit beefier, a little bit bigger. I mean, your fest beer is typically going to be something a little bit more richer and robust. It's just a mouthfeel here just comes off a little bit denser. Not fest beer. Like, I think fest beer, I think chuggability, I think drinkability, I think lightness. Even if it is a little bit richer of a beer, there's a flabbiness to this mouthfeel. So that's where this one kind of... I knew it wasn't macro lager, but it was something lager-esque. And I just thought it was somebody's attempt at a Kolsch that got a little bit away from the mouthfeel-wise. That makes sense, though. Yeah. Not a bad beer, but like I said, that mouthfeel just a little bit denser than I like it to be. So, there we go. Cough. Yeah, I don't know. Did I crush it? No. Did I get completely wrong? No. 0.7% off ABV. I did call it a Kolsch instead of a lager. It doesn't have like lager yeasty vibes to me, but yeah, it is what it is. It's mystery beers. They're fun when you win. They're fun when you lose. They're fun all around. This is one of the better fest beers I've had as of late. No. Value and availability on this, I have no idea. Yeah. Corey, anybody in the old counterweight universe, that would be you too, Steven. Let me know what this costs. I hope this costs like $11, $12 for a pack. And leave you with, if you like what we like this beer. If you like lager, you like them a little bit bigger, a little bit denser. I don't even want to say like Baki, like in fest beer, like you like a denser mouthfeel. That's really the kind of calling card of this beer, is that it is a lager, but it has this kind of density to it. So if you dig that in beers, you'll do this. There you go. Reviewing the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Mystery beers. More than welcome to send them off. Matt at massivebeers.com, massivebeers@gmail.com. Shoot me an email. Let me know if you've had this podcast. Beer Massif. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little fest beer. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers.